So we in the Wilmington District are very proud of our part to lead the effort on the South Atlantic Coastal Study. What you're going to see in this video is what this project is and a little bit about what it isn't. And most importantly, we're going to highlight the extensive collaboration taking place. We're all aware of the damage to the Northeast from Hurricane Sandy. That storm led to the creation of the North Atlantic Coast Comprehensive Study. The recognized benefits of that study led to the authorization of SACS. SACS was authorized in 2016. In 2018, we received $16 million to conduct the study.
The South Atlantic Coastal Study, known by the acronym SACS, is a regional study that's aimed at getting a better understanding of coastal risk in the face of the uncertainties associated with future sea level rise. What the SACS is not, it is not a study that is going to be formulating project-specific recommendations for congressional authorization, and associated with that, it will not be addressing any kind of NEPA coverage for proposed project recommendations. The overall South Atlantic Coastal Study area encompasses over 65,000 shoreline miles, 6 states and the 2 territories of Puerto Rico and the U.S. Virgin Islands. Essentially, the entire area of responsibility for the Corps of Engineers South Atlantic Division. In order to execute the study, the Corps of Engineers developed a 175-person project delivery team that consists of a command center team, regional command center team, composed of myself as regional project manager. I'm in the Wilmington District. We have other command center team folks are located throughout the other districts within South Atlantic Division. And the command center is senior subject matter experts that provide guidance and oversight to 5 fully staffed district teams located in each of South Atlantic Division's 5 districts. Together, the command center team and those 5 district project delivery teams are working to develop the overall integrated strategies that we can bring to the table, work with our stakeholders, and hopefully bring to implementation. The SACS study team is developing a suite of technical products that will be available not just to the Corps, but again to external stakeholders.
The South Atlantic Coastal Study has a tremendously large study area, so we've really relied on geospatial analyses and data sets to refine areas of potential risk throughout the study area. We have a Tier 1 risk assessment that looks at a regional and national level scale to define potential risk, and we also have a Tier 2 economic risk assessment to really capture the dollar damage values to infrastructure and assets throughout the study area. All of these data sets and analyses products we're making publicly available via the SACS GeoPortal. This will be a one-stop shop to obtain the variety of the SACS data sets and products used throughout the study, and will be a great resource for both stakeholders, federal, non-federal, and the general public. As a follow-on to the Tier 1 risk assessment, we have the SACS Tier 2 economic risk assessment. This is an interactive dashboard product that allows users to select by census block and obtain dollar damage risk to an existing flooding scenario for coastal flooding and a future sea level rise scenario. Users are able to identify custom selection areas, and it'll update the dollar damage totals by annual exceedance probability event for a 1-year, 10-year, 100-year, and 500-year storm event.
To me, the North Atlantic study was a response. It was a reactive study. SACS, on the other hand, has the opportunity to be proactive, to get out in front of some of these challenges. A lot of participation, a lot of diversity in the participation. I think that's what's going to make it a successful document.
The South Atlantic Coastal Study is helping us our analysis on the Neuse River Basin study right now that primarily helps us identify storm surge and other effects that might be impacting areas in the coastal zone of the Neuse River Basin, including the city of New Bern. The analysis itself will help us identify what possible flood risk measures can be identified and evaluated as part of a screening tool before we go into more detailed analysis of reducing damages and recommending certain types of structural and non-structural measures within the Neuse River Basin. In addition to the Neuse River Basin study, we're also looking for ways that we can apply the information that's coming out of the South Atlantic Coastal Study to other studies that we're involved with, including coastal storm risk management at Carolina Beach and Wrightsville Beach.
Although the SACS is still in progress, one of our significant successes to date is our outreach and stakeholder collaboration program. So at this time, we've got over 1,300 stakeholders in our overall stakeholder database. We have had hundreds of folks, partners, stakeholders attend our quarterly external stakeholder webinars. And as I mentioned, the focus area action strategy workshops, we've had hundreds of folks at those workshops as well. We issue newsletters, we have pretty much an open door policy, we have a free exchange of information with our stakeholders, and to that extent, that wide platform, consistent with our watershed planning guidance, is really going to be the bedrock of why the SAC's overall recommendations and focus area action strategies are going to, in the end, be successful. So our next major milestone is release of the draft report for public review and concurrent agency technical review and policy review. That's scheduled for October of 2021, and our teams are working hard to ready both the technical reports and our overall report documentation to prepare for that date. After that, we'll be working with our stakeholders to finalize those reports, incorporate all the comments that we get as we take the overall South Atlantic Coastal Study program to a close in the submission of its final report in August of 2022.
So hopefully this video helps shed a little bit of light on SACs. The Wilmington team really wants to thank those partners that made this study possible, and we all look forward to seeing it complete in 2022.